world. Farmers know farming is an art. Like life, we know it can be hard. And it can be surprising, too.
I feel like this guy makes songs more about like controlling, not losing in monsters.
Sometimes it's about being at the right
relatable.
place.
He makes songs that are relatable to me. I feel like.
A wise man once said that the best lessons are learned under the wide open sky. I think the same thing can be said about our art. Yeah, it can be messy, but it's always beautiful. So beautiful it can help you see yourself and the world in all new ways. And the art of farming, where soil is the canvas, the seeds are the paint, and the harvest is the masterpiece.
You're building something.
Hey, this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty darn good. Is it missing something? You're too cute to eat. Maybe some fresh spinach for a change?
Make sure to like and subscribe. It's Dragon Wolf. I got music in background. Running way to 400 subs. I hope you enjoyed this video and let the notification bell. Begin. Right. So we need to get to March 9th. I'm 27. Move on. And this is all this episode will be. Apparently you liked this episode for some reason. Episode 1 you liked, I don't know why, but I'm glad you loved them and liked it. What will I do today? It's gonna be a long video. Actually, what I can check this.
Like I told you this, there was a chance that I had a baby right now as of us filming this. So Sam had an appointment with her doctor about a week ago. The doctor examined Sam and was like, "Oh, you're showing signs of like going into early labor now." She's like, "You're going to have this baby in April." So this was a week ago. So now, basically, for the last 8 days, we've been living day by day by day, expecting at any moment she could go into labor.
It's happening tonight.
You think it's gonna happen tonight? You also said that I was gonna have a boy, so you've been so off, right? With my
Father's intuition, never wrong, just early.
No, this video I'm watching is is an older one. So yeah. So you see in my room, the adorable kitties, my cat, Ghost, and my mom's cat Lynx.
Hey, the baby hasn't been pulled out of Sam yet. Maybe it is a boy. What if you're right? The doctors have been wrong the whole time.
We will see. Only time can tell. This is Schrodinger's baby.
You know what's funny? Sam asked me the other day. She's like, at this point, if it was a boy, would you be disappointed? And I was like, do you want my real answer or do you want me to lie? And she's like, no, your real answer. I was like, I'd be thrilled. She's like, even now you have like a name and like we painted the room and we got the clothes. I was like, I'd be thrilled.
You just deadpan stare her straight in the eyes.
Yeah. I was like, hey, I'd lie to you if you want. Oh, I'd be devastated if it's a boy. I'd be thrilled if they pulled it out. They're like, oh, we screwed up. It's a boy. She's also been having like some of those like Braxton Hicks contractions, which don't necessarily
That's just farts. That's just farts.
Farts?
Yeah, I think that's just farts.
Interesting.
Because, you know, there's a lot going on down there. If I had to anticipate, I would believe, not to be that guy, but that me and you have probably both experienced these Braxton Hicks contractions.
We've had them before.
Just because, like, I feel like women are not used to stomach pain, and men are used to stomach pain. I know this is
Don't tell me
this
you
is
get
like the
first.
second episode where you have claimed that you were tougher than a woman going through
No,
pregnancy.
no, I'm not tougher than a woman in pregnancy. I'm just saying there's a lot of miscalculation, misvariables. Trust me, Brendan, since you're having the baby tonight, by tomorrow, you will see how indeed tough women are. I am not going to ever put my foot in the table there and just say, like, okay, no, don't do men's more, but I just think there's a few things that women are probably not used to. So,
I don't want the baby coming tonight because, well, first off, I have tennis on Tuesday, so I don't want the baby coming by Tuesday either. Tonight I have like something.
What's up, girl? Good kitty, Ghost. Yeah, you're a good kitty too. You're a good girl too, Ghost. Meow. You both are both of the good ones.
The channel that I have to work on by the time this video came out. That video is going to be out. But there's like a big update to a game coming out tonight at 6 p.m. That's why I told you I had to be like out, by 5:30 today. So I need to get that done. Also, Sam's filming her final YouTube video tonight, which is exciting.
that's why you're definitely having the baby.
I know. And then also, Saturday's my grandfather's 96th birthday. And then Tuesday I have tennis. So I'm hoping the baby doesn't come until like maybe next week sometime.
What would next week be? Like 320? Because you want to make sure they have the right birth date. 320 is a nice birth date.
Yeah, we're filming this on March 20th right now. I'm hoping for 327. I think that's a good one. 327.
I was going to say 327 sounds nice.
Isn't that a nice one? March 27th.
3 plus 27 equals 30, so 330. Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, we're math people. Everybody else just like lost interest. But I got a topic for you. Kind of a topic.
Okay.
Since I'm going to be a dad probably a few weeks earlier than I expected, I want to see if I'm ready. So I actually texted Abby a couple hours ago. I said, come up with like 4 or 5 things that dads need to know. I just want to see, like, am I going to be a good dad or am I going to be a bad dad? Okay. All right, so hit me with a couple questions.
At what age could your baby sleep with a loose blanket in their crib? And when we talk about age, you can just say months.
Okay. So normally they say you either have to swaddle the baby or they can have nothing in there.
Yes.
But what age can you just put a loose blanket? It's going to be a long time, actually. I'm going to say 12 months.
Ooh, so pretty good. So depending on who you listen to, whether it's, science or not, I think the American Pediatric Society of, Medicine, I'm pretty sure that's the name, is saying 18 months, though, there, Brando.
Babies are dumb. I don't want to, make them feel
They
bad.
are dumb.
Could you imagine, you're so dumb that you can't even survive in bed with a blanket for 18 months?
That's a long time. Dude,
There's animals that are, on their own and hunting by 18 months.
Raphael's a genius, by the way.
Your baby's a genius? Why?
Of course. Comes home every single day now, walks right to his room. Kayla's raising this kid perfect. Walks to his room, grabs a book, sits in his chair in his room, and reads his book.
Oh, get out of here. He reads his book. What do you
Reads
think?
his book.
How old is he? 14 months old?
13 months, about to be 14.
So you think this kid's just sitting here reading a Harry Potter book and you think he's understanding all the words?
She's flipping through the pages quite slowly, my friend, but not too slow because he can read very fast. Not necessarily a Harry Potter book. We don't want to go that advanced. Shout out Floyd Mayweather. There's a little bit of pop-ups going on. But the kid's reading, and he's reading a lot.
Well, if that's true, he's probably read more than me. I've read about 3 books in my entire life. In their
Did we
entire
talk about that?
I probably said that before. Yeah.
No, that someone in Kayla's family told me that they read 100 books last year, but 70 of them were audiobooks. That doesn't count.
Yeah, it's so funny. I had this debate with Sam recently, which is ironic because Sam's a big reader. She reads actual books. And I told her that audiobooks don't count. And she said they did. Because I was like, okay, well, if audiobooks count, then I probably read 7 books. In college, I used to have to walk all the way across campus, and I would sometimes listen to audiobooks. But that doesn't count.
Of course it doesn't count. What I think that's crap, right? Because if I'm listening to, say, 4 hours of a podcast every day, I'm the most well-read person on planet Earth.
Yeah, so every episode of the Lunch Table podcast counts as a book.
We should get that in the curriculum, though.
Okay, that would be nice. You have to watch
really
it.
nice.
Every school across America has to listen to one episode of the Lunch Table every week. We would be the biggest podcast in the world.
I actually like that. I think that we should brand ourselves as school safe for intellect and knowledge. We do have the snack time. We have our
the snack time fun fact. By the way, I'm hinting it, but we'll talk about it later. I have a phenomenal fun fact today that you're gonna love.
Second question.
All right, second question.
For the people learning from this pod.
Yeah.
How long could a baby withstand being in a microwave before overheating? This is a multiple choice question. 5 seconds, 1 minute, 3 minutes, or 0?
Is the microwave on, or you're saying just closing the microwave and it's off?
No, turning it on.
I would not recommend putting your baby in the microwave at all. So my answer is going to be 0 seconds.
You got that right. Attaboy.
You know what's funny? We did something like this when I first announced I'm having a baby. Remember you asked me the basic baby questions, and I got all of them wrong. So
yeah.
I'm getting better.
It's growth.
I'm days away from being a dad, so I hope I be better.
At what age is it safe to start giving your baby whole grapes?
Oh, that's tough. So that's a choking hazard for a while.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah, because listen to this. For the first 9 months, they're on milk, formula, whatever. Then they start going to Whole Foods. But I imagine the first Whole Food is going to be things that aren't circular grapes that can get lodged in the throat. I'm going to say 2 years.
I think it's 4. You gotta wait forever for the grapes. Actually, I think in our house, because Kayla's a little bit of an overbearing mother, I don't think Raphael's getting grapes until he's like 18.
It's like when he goes to college, she's finally going to give him his first pack of grapes.
His first pack of grapes.
And he's going to think he's like doing something really bad. Like some guy's going to have like a beer and be like, oh, Raphael, you want this beer? And he's like, nah, I got something better. Florida grapes.
Mama doesn't know. Since you're having a daughter, Brandon, do you think that daughter should have the same basic human rights as my male son?
You know, I'm going to say yes.
Okay, good. Next question. How many button batteries do you have in the house?
Button batteries. We have a lot, but we have them in a cabinet that's very high.
Throw them out.
Why, they're going to eat them?
The most dangerous thing in the house is the button battery.
Interesting. I didn't know
Gotta
that.
throw them out. Kayla has scoured this house for the button.
But what if I need them?
No. Get them out. Figure out another power source. Bring in some gasoline or something.
Shoot, like this control, this remote control, it turns my lights on, it uses a button battery.
Gotta get rid of those. What are you doing? You have a daughter coming tomorrow.
She can't walk for like 6 months, so.
According to Kayla, they can just leap out in the middle of the night, levitate, and eat the button batteries from your remote.
Okay, alright.
By the way, can we have a little sidebar here? We went to Lady Gaga last night. We're going to talk about that later. And the little, they had a little light up thingy. You know when the artist sings and everyone's
so that
wrist
the crowd
lights
like
up?
lights up. Yeah.
So great, and it continued to light up and everything. And Raphael saw it on the counter this morning, and he was like so excited, grabbed it, and I was like, oh, this is a nice thing for him to play with a little bit. Kayla ripped it out of his hands, threw it into the freaking meat grinder. She was like, are you nuts? That is a button battery. I was like, you think he's going to dismantle it? Never mind. Anyway, no button
I
battery.
think sometimes it's funny, like, so we have a dresser for our baby in her room, and this thing, we needed me, my dad, and Steve to get this thing up the stairs and in her room. And Sam wants to, like, bolt it to the wall. And I'm like, I can barely tip this thing over, and I'm 150 pounds. There's no way she's going to knock this thing over at, like, 11 pounds. But if something happens, it's on me.
Yeah, what if you have a small Dagestani child?
She's going to have a real low body of, like, a center of gravity. I don't know.
And final question. This could be just a Abby household thing. Can you feed your baby oranges?
I would assume the answer is yes.
Yeah, you would think.
Well, at what age?
I don't know. That's the same thing with the grape debate. Oh, my God. Kayla made me, like, dissect an orange like it was brain surgery just to give Raphael one. I just threw the orange out. She was like, are you kidding? It's still have the microfibers. That can get stuck in their amygdala.
I'm going to be honest. I am asking you to give me, like, a little dad test, and I feel like you really just used this to, like, complain about your wife for about 5-10 minutes here.
No, I didn't, but I think you gasped in flying colors. I think you're ready to go. How many diapers you got on hand in the house? You need at least 3,000. We talked about this.
Well, I assume I need at least 3,000 over the course of a long time. So what Sam did was she got all these, like, samples from, like, 10 different places.
What's up?
So we have, like, 40 Pampers, 30 Huggies, we have 50 of the Costco ones, and we were going to kind of, like, try a bunch of them. What? Throw them out? Why?
Your kid's going to be covered in rashes. Like 5 out of 10 of those. Throw them out.
What do you do? What diaper do you use?
Coterie.
Oh, we have a 3-pack of those, but I looked up how much they cost. There's no way I'm buying those.
So neither will I, but boy are they the Bentley of diapers.
Are they nice? See, that's why I was worried when Sam got like a free sample from Coterie. I was like, oh, it's like, oh, Lamborghini's letting you drive their car for a week for free. Yeah, well then you're going to step in the car and love it, and then you're going to want to buy it.
And final question, whether you're going to be a good dad or not.
I feel like there's been like 4 final questions.
If you had a choice for a godfather of your child, are you choosing A,
I know Steve,
B, Abby, or C, Matt?
I'm gonna go C. You know, he's
That's
gonna be a dad. He lives locally. Is that the right answer?
If you made Matt your godfather over I would unleash a rage and fury upon your life that you would never be able to circumvent.
I'm going to be honest. Sam and I actually haven't even talked about godparents yet, but we're probably going to pick family members, like her sister or like my cousin.
We talk every week. I got to be higher than this guy.
I don't know. Funny. That's actually funny you mentioned that because we have not talked to godparents at all. And this baby's been due any day for the last week. We should probably get on that. Can I get into the snack time? I'm just really excited about this fun fact. This is like, normally we save it for the end, but if you guys haven't seen it, snack time, once an episode, we share like a fun fact. And Abby also made this intro.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm,
Ghost, don't you dare, girl. Ghost, meows.
Aches and pains, or
It's not a good meows.
All right, Abby, have you ever heard of a shark?
Sorry.
Okay.
What do you have?
Like the ant, you know, just like the thing in the water, a shark.
No.
They're older than trees.
No.
Yeah, that was my fun fact. Well, I gotta say it again, because you keep ruining it for the clip. Then I can't use it as a clip. So I gotta say this again.
I'm so smart.
And did you know that sharks are actually older than trees?
What?
Well, now everybody watching the podcast knows that you're lying. But I looked this up. Sharks are 450 million years old, which is 150 years before trees showed up on planet Earth. That's pretty incredible.
Does that just assume that the whole planet was just
Oh my
water?
god, we're in November.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know how that's true, but I saw it on Google today, and everybody knows that everything on the internet is true.
And does that count the trees in the ocean? There's got to be trees in the ocean, right?
Well, I wonder if it has to be like a certain size. Like, I bet bushes existed, but maybe not trees. I'm just running with the fact I saw that sharks are 100 million years older than the first tree.
Do you think Obama's existed?
Huh?
You said bushes.
Bushes, Obama's nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought that was a crazy fact. Man, I gotta be better than this. Every time I get a fact, you know it.
We should actually keep doing this. You bring the facts and see if I can answer them.
See if you can guess it. It's brutal for the clips, though. We specifically made snack time for the clips, and you keep barging into the answers before I can tell the audience. I think it's good. Well, of course, because you look smart at it. And that's the thing. Like the chainsaw one, a couple weeks ago, a couple episodes ago, I had the fun fact that chainsaws were originally made for childbirth, not for trees. And Abby barged ahead, wouldn't use it as a clip. You asked me earlier, would you rather unlimited yacht access or unlimited private jet access? And this is the easiest question you've ever answered.
Until you're on a flight to Amsterdam for work and you click on a reality TV show called Below Deck, where, have you ever heard of Below Deck?
No, but Abby just went to Amsterdam last week. We're going to get into that trip. But, so it's a show about yachts?
It's a famous Bravo show where it kind of like shows the staffing on a yacht and the life on a yacht.
Okay.
Obsessed with the show, by the way. It's been out for years, but you know me, I'm into trashy television. One of the girls is from New Jersey, so I got really excited.
Below Deck.
Below Deck.
So these are the staff members. It's from their perspective?
Yeah, it's a reality show about the staff on a, like, mega yacht.
Like a chef, a waitress, like a different thing.
The way they fight behind the scenes, the way they love each other behind the scenes, the way they party, the money they make. By the way, how much do you think, like, I didn't know how, why did you choose to become accountants? You could have just been on a mega yacht in the Seychelles, like, hanging out with Jeff Bezos. Do you know what they make, like, on a 3-day yacht trip? Because it's all predicated on tips.
And they get to be on a yacht for 3 days. I'm going to say $1,000 a day.
That's about right.
Like, I mean, that's insane. I went high.
They're walking away with, like, at the end of the 3 days, this is how every episode ends. They, like, come together after all the chaos of the 3 days, and at the end of the 3 days, the captain of the ship goes, okay, from this crew, they tipped us $42,000, and divided by the 7 of us, that's, X.
Wow. So they're walking away with like $5,000 each cash.
Yeah, they're walking away with like $3,500 cash
It's gonna,
every 3 to 5 days.
Wow. Yeah, we got in the wrong industry.
Absolutely.
Like, so I would think, like, yeah, let's do accounting. Well, we could have made the amount of money we made for an entire month in 3 days on a yacht. I assume it's hard to get these jobs. You probably just have to be like an attractive young woman.
You have to be, well, or man, which I think, you know, back in our day we could have fulfilled.
Sure.
They do a lot of like, you know, like weird stuff though, because you basically just have to cater to these essentially billionaires and millionaires.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, today we wanted to do like a toga party, and you guys just have to stand there like naked for 4 hours.
You're like a circus clown, kind of.
You're their little butler, yeah.
Yeah. So for $1,000 a day, I'll stand there in a toga.
I will stand there as Michelangelo.
Nobody wants to see that happen. Jeff Bezos is going to be looking at all these attractive ladies, and then you, like, get this man off. Have a walk the plank.
It's even the networking. Like, think about it. If I'm positive at 23 years old, I'm going to be able to impress someone, some idiot somewhere.
No, you're right about that, because I was going to say, well, what happens when you hit the age of, like, 35, and all of a sudden these billionaires are like, next, we want the 20-year-olds back. But then you've already made connections. And you probably don't want to be on that yacht anymore anyway.
I know every billionaire on Earth. So it's an easy.
Yeah.
Unlimited yachts.
Absolutely not. That's the dumbest answer I've ever heard. Even after everything you said, I would 100% choose unlimited private jet access. It's not even close. Anytime I want to go flying anywhere in the world, I can just hop on a private jet. I don't have to sit in lines at the airport, and I just get there super quick.
Anywhere I want to go in the entire 3/4 of the entire world is covered in water, my man.
I mean, I would love to have a week on a yacht. It would be
look at that, people.
But for the rest of my life, I'm going to get tired of that in a week.
You guys didn't like the last one when I did this. Hope you like this one.
In coach on like 50C on Spirit Airlines to the Seychelles, and then you hop on your yacht.
I'm still going private jet.
What do you do with the private jet? So you're landing in freaking Decatur, Illinois, like I just said.
What's up, girl?
Walking around.
No, I'll go to like Italy. I'll go to Italy. What's wrong with Italy?
Nothing's wrong with Italy, but I'd rather fly to Italy, get on my private yacht in Positano, and go to every single island.
Go up and down the Amalfi Coast.
Yeah. Hobnobbing it with anyone. Also, what a flex the yacht is. I get that the private jet's a flex, but the yacht, I can bring friends, family, etc. You're coming.
Well, I mean, if you're going to invite me, I'll come on the yacht. How many people can I bring on my private jet?
That's the thing. Private jets feel a lot more limited.
I'm still going private jet just because I can fly anywhere for the rest of my life for free, first of all.
You don't sit anywhere.
Yeah, but maybe I'll travel. But that would go long ways because I'm also not going to go on the yacht either.
Why not? You can park the yacht in the Philadelphia harbor.
But I can fly it right out of my local airport. There's an airport 5 minutes from my house.
But where are you going? You don't go anywhere. The yacht will take you places.
But I don't go anywhere, so I'm going to take none. I take zero. I don't want your yacht, your private jet. No, I get it. The private yacht would be so much more comfortable. Like, you basically have a house on the water. I totally get that. But, man, the private jet just opens up. Travel, like, maybe I'll travel a little bit more. If I know that I can fly out of the airport 5 minutes from my house, go to Italy for 3 days, fly home, be 5 minutes away from my house, maybe I will travel. I hate driving to the Philadelphia airport, waiting in line, getting on TSA. I hate that stuff.
You're spending way more money with the private jet than you are with the private with the gifted yacht. Here's why. All you have to do with the yacht is get to the yacht. That's not that hard. Like I said, the Spirit Airline exists. With the private jet, you're somewhere. Now you have to do everything there. What are you going to do, sleep on the private jet, dummy?
I'm saying, I'm going private jet. This is my life. You can go in your yacht, I'll go in my jet, and maybe we can share.
We should be friends if one of us has a private jet.
We should be friends. Either way, if one of us has a yacht or a private jet, we got to invite each other on it.
Have you ever flown on a private jet?
No, I've never flown on a private jet.
Yeah, that's my life.
They're talking about how you would rather do the yacht. That's your life goal. I really want to, like, brainwash Abby one day, like with the, the Men in Black thing where you can go like, pew. I really want to start this conversation over again, and I want to say that I want the yacht, and I can't wait to see how heavily you go private jet.
No, it wasn't supposed to be contentious.
No, I know, because you're watching your yacht show, I know. The only time that I had, like, a feeling of being on the private jet was when we went to Dubai, and I had that, like, crazy first-class suite. That felt like a private jet. I had a shower, I had a bathroom, like, there was a bar, and I had my own bed, so that felt like a private jet. It wasn't free. It'd be nice.
At GNC, you'll find all the newest creatine innovations, and the latest breakthrough is new GNC Ampreabolic. It's a first-of-its-kind creatine that's changing the game with a 3-in-1 formula designed for complete muscle optimization. The experts at GNC developed Preabolic to help athletes not just build muscle, but also repair and protect it in a way that creatine alone can't. It's a next-gen creatine for next-level athletic performance. Get GNC Ampreabolic, and more of what's new and what's next, only on The Drop by GNC.
To Dubai? I'd fly more. So how was your trip to Amsterdam?
So I went to Amsterdam. I also went to, as the Spaniards call it, Belgica.
Is that Belgium?
You nailed it.
They call it Belgica?
Belgica.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So, yeah, now I get it. So how was the trip? So after you were going for work, but
yeah,
you were sending me Snapchats left and right. It didn't look like much work was going on. I mean, I'm sure you guys were working during the day, but I mean, you were eating chocolate. You were basically every picture you sent me, you were stuffing your face with some other food.
Well, that's what I wanted to tell you. Look at me.
You look thin.
I know, our food's poison. I wrote it down.
Yeah, and he was sending me pictures of him inhaling chocolate, ice cream, pies, pastries. None of it was green at all. Like, nothing was healthy. And you're looking skinny. Your arms are looking good. Your chest is looking good.
Random. Fries. Everything's like plate of pasta.
Do you think you just walk a lot more? Because people always say that. They're like, I go to Europe and I lose weight, but I eat so much. It's like, yeah, you also walk 27,000 steps a day on your vacation. When you're home, you sit at your desk all day and eat potato chips.
So you definitely walk more. But I've been in modes, obviously, that you know, where it's like, gotta hit 15,000 steps, gotta work out for an hour a day, gotta
no sugar.
Yeah. Can't even sniff sugar within 3 miles. Can't even, bread. I would rather die before eating a slice of bread. So all of this stuff, and it's like, oh, you're down 2 pounds this month. Congrats. Your cholesterol's still garbage. Over there, granted, not for me, but them, chocolate, breakfast croissants, a plate full of carbs, cigarettes, a soda. You go to the plus-size men's warehouse over there, and they got medium shirts.
That's the thing. I'd be a big guy there.
Yeah, you're a fat slob. For me, I'm the whale. Like, they saw me. They don't even have to ask if they're from America. They know.
So what did you guys do? You did Amsterdam, and then you went to Belgium? Don't do anything else?
Oh, no, it was a little awkward in Belgica with our tour guide, Enrique. And we were in Bruges, and he was like, in this part, you can't talk, and you can't really take pictures. They're trying to crack down on the tourists. And I was like, definitely Americans, right? Like, that's the first thing that rolls through your head.
Yeah.
And I said to the guy, I was like, oh, are you getting an influx of tourists? And he was like, actually, you know who the worst country is? And I was like, who? Well, it's not.
Yeah, every time.
And then he was like, Spain. So I'm an American tourist.
Because you're like, if he says Americans, it's like, I'll just start speaking Spanish. Yeah, right under the radar, right? It's like, well, Abelardo from America, he's going to hate you.
Yeah, there's no way. And then he's right. Everyone I heard yapping was like my Aunt Panucha. Oh, God. They were like birds in the tree over there. Every single person Spanish.
So how was the chocolate? Belgian chocolate?
Overrated.
Oh, because you texted me, you said, ask me about the chocolate. I thought you were going to say it was like like the most velvety, sweet, delicious. No, it wasn't that good.
The chocolate in the beer is apparently like a UNESCO World Heritage protected.
They have chocolate in their beer.
No, the chocolate and their beer apparently is like a World Heritage site. You know how normally it's like the Statue of Liberty? No, they're like chocolate is
chocolate. Okay.
So I'm so excited, right? It's like if it has this seal. By the way, what a tourist trap! I'm not an idiot. I wasn't born yesterday. If it has the seal of the official UNESCO World Heritage site, you walk in there, it's like freaking Hershey's. It's just like it's essentially Hershey's taken out of the Hershey's pack in a plastic thing.
You still buy one.
I want to.
So you just said like I wasn't born yesterday, but then you still bought it. They don't care.
No. This is something I said to Chris when I was there. I said, I just want them to know that I'm not a sucker.
But you gave them the money. They don't care. They still got money out of your pocket.
No. This counts. I'm not the sucker because I knew that they were ripping me off.
But they got just as much money out of you as the guy next to you who didn't know he was getting ripped off.
No, you can't. I was in a state of consciousness. It's a little different.
Something tells me that they don't care that you spent $50 for chocolate but knew that you were getting ripped off. They still got their $50. You also asked me another funny question about flying that I want to ask you.
Sure.
So when you're not flying private, like basically everyone, and you're in a seat next to somebody, there's a little armrest. Who gets to use the armrest on a plane if you're next to a stranger?
Do you share it? Like, do you go into the front of the armrest where the stranger uses the back?
I use the back. I always go back because I feel like I give them like 90% of it, but I'm like, all right, I'll just put my elbow in the back. So I still get the armrest, but they can use most of it.
Are you middle seat or aisle seat?
It depends.
This is an aisle seat scenario.
If you're an aisle seat, then you only have one armrest that you need to worry about.
I feel like if you're a middle seat person, we should give them both armrests. Because the aisle seat and the window seat has the rest.
It's like a better seat. I like that.
It's a little bit of diplomacy to the masses.
Okay. I like that. So if you're in the middle, you get the right to both armrests.
At least the front of both chairs.
Okay.
If me and Sandra over on the left can like squeeze in to the back of the armrest, I'm good with that too.
What about leaning back on a plane? Do you lean back?
Worse than Al Qaeda.
Dude, that's extreme, but I feel like most people do.
Yeah, and you cause a chain reaction of uselessness.
Yeah, because then I usually get mad. I don't do it, but I can see someone like me being like, well, forget about this guy's a jerk, I'm going to lean back. Meanwhile, you're just screwing over the guy behind you that wasn't doing anything wrong, and now he's going to do it. I had this guy when Steve and I went to Vegas the other day, I had this guy basically sitting in my lap.
A slight lean is okay. I'm alright with that. I think that because it's just a little bit of a like ergonomic thing. But the full extension backwards. And those idiots are never prepared for like when the flight attendant comes over.
Oh, they always do it before you take off, and then they yell at him to put it back up.
Every time. A full leaner has never put his seat right into the proper position as per FAA guidelines.
No. Also, in reality though, it's the airline's fault.
Yeah, those seats should start fine.
One, just don't let the seats recline. Or two, put a little bit more space in between the chairs. I know, God forbid you have 12 less people on the plane and make less money. But like, if they just gave everybody an extra 5 inches, then we could all recline and you wouldn't smack the knees of the guy behind you.
What do you think if a plane just had no seats?
You just stand?
No, not even stand. It's just like, it's like a music festival. Like, you get there and you lay, like, claim on the ground.
You know, I'm going to be honest, it's a horrible idea, but I could see it being like a gimmicky kind of thing, like an EDM concert.
Right.
Where, like, you know those silent discos? Like, most of the time you go to a bar, you don't want to be at a silent disco, but it's kind of like a fun, different thing. I feel like, what's a famous DJ right now? David Guetta. I don't know, that's just the one that popped up. Diplo. If Diplo just had like a Diplo flight to like Ibiza and it goes from like JFK to like Ibiza, and there's no seats on the plane, and everybody's just blasting EDM music and dancing, and there's like strobe lights.
I think we're on something. Because first of all, the seats, what stop? That plane goes down, you're all dead anyway. Turbulence, who cares?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, have you ever had enough turbulence that you actually felt in danger in your life?
Well, even if you aren't, it's either I'm crashing or I'm not.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. If someone had their overbid open and smacked me in the head in the shore, of course.
Yeah.
That's going to happen even if we're sitting on the floor. The seats are full sense of security. You know what would be hard? Getting to the bathroom, though.
Yeah, but it's hard to get to a bathroom at like a busy bar.
That's true. It's just a busy bar.
Yeah. And like in college, I used to go to this one bar at Penn State called The Gams. Nobody cares about this. This place, there's no way that it was allowed under like fire laws or whatever. They would shove like 700 sweaty college kids in this bar that was like way too small for that many people. It was my favorite part. We had a blast, but if you wanted to go to the bathroom, you had to go 45 minutes before you had to go. Because like you'd have to shove your way through. Like it was like a salmon trying to swim upstream.
Yeah,
I would go on those flights like once every 5 years.
maybe not a Ibiza. Maybe something a little like a spring break in Florida, like a 2.5 hour.
Yeah, that's true. I would want it to be like a 7-hour flight or 8-hour flight. That would get old. But yeah, if it's like 2 or 3 hours, like college kids going down to like Florida for spring break, that would be perfect.
Yeah, I think we're onto something.
I would not want this to be the norm. Like, I wouldn't want to be flying with my family and my child to Italy to visit my father's hometown where he was born and have to hear, like, Diplo blasting the whole time and, like, drunk college kids. I had something else that I wanted to ask you.
Lady Gaga?
Well, sure. Let's talk about your Lady Gaga concert. So the reason we're filming on a Friday right now. Normally we do Thursday nights. But Abby said, you know what, Brandon? I'm too important to film a podcast on our normal scheduled time. Why don't you take the time out of your Friday, which is a very busy time for me? And I said, as a professional Abby, sure. So okay. And you went to a
Let
Lady
me ask you
Gaga
this question. Who do you think's more important? Like, whose time is more important, you or Lady Gaga's?
Well, I don't care about Lady Gaga. For me, my time.
Would you want me to have her move her concert? That seems like a little bit more of an overhaul.
It would have been nice for you to at least ask.
Next time I'll DM her.
Send her a DM and ask her, can you move the concert an hour later? I have a podcast to film.
My wife thought that would be a really good kid. Lady Gaga's her favorite solo artist, and actually probably one of my favorite solo artists. Man, Brando.
What did you do with the little kid at home?
We left him in the car.
Just tied him into the back
Put
seat.
a blanket. Yeah, put a blanket over him.
I assume Grandma and Grandpa watched him.
Yeah, obviously.
No, I was gonna say you almost can't make these jokes now.
Yeah, I know. Okay. This will be flipped. Her mother watched it.
Okay.
And we go to Gaga. What? She just gets on stage, no opener, nothing. 8:30, 2.5 hours, straight Gaga. Right.
Where was it? What was the venue?
The world's most famous arena.
Was it at Madison Square Garden?
You better believe it. The whole
Man,
town
you
show.
have been selling out Madison Square Garden when we sell it out in a couple of years.
Brandon, I was thinking that night, right?
Yeah.
That's what brought tears to my eyes, because I wrote to you, I cried at Lady Gaga.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so I'm just there. She's performing. She's taking it all in, right? She's hearing the crowd chanting, Gaga, Gaga. Everyone's cheering, right? She just belted out such a rendition. She's got lights. She's got music, obviously. She's got fire, costumes, and all I'm thinking, this will be the lunch table. It's like 3-4 years.
And the 12 people in the crowd for us.
Abby. I was just thinking, like, that moment when we step out on stage and we just see the fullness of the arena chanting our names, how I'm going to break down. And she's talking about, I used to walk through the streets here in New York City, and I used to perform at the bars and stuff, and walking into this moment here today, like, I never forget, like, where I came from. And I was just thinking about my speech. I grew up 10 miles away from this arena, living every day. I was sitting in the cubes, and here I am. And to the crowd and to the people, and boom, like pyrotechnics. Then Lady Gaga comes out. We should have Gaga perform at our
So not only are we selling out Madison Square Garden, now we're getting Lady Gaga to come on stage with us. You realize you're comparing one of the most famous musicians in the history of pop music to us.
Yeah.
Two bozos with microphones that probably shouldn't have microphones in front of them.
Just one time, Brandon. I don't think it's that hard. I think we're overthinking it.
You think it's pretty easy to sell out one of the biggest and most famous arenas in the world?
I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying it's possible. We just need 20,000 people. I feel like we could get there.
I mean, it's possible. It's definitely not going to be easy. There's going to be a little work to be done. But
I'm breaking me down. Early on, you were like, there's no chance.
I mean, in reality, I don't think there's any chance. But,
Brandon, think of this moment. The curtain drops, confetti's falling, everyone's chanting, Brandon, Abby, Brandon. We walk on stage. At the end, we give the bow. I'm holding Raphael. You're holding Shlayla. And we have our kids in our arms. We're looking upon the crowd. Everyone's going nuts. Sam, Kayla come on stage.
Yeah.
Steve's stuck in the back somewhere. He's like the concessions.
Yeah.
And the full circle moment, we finally made it.
Hey, it's not that I feel like you're trying to convince me. Like, come on, Brandon, let's do a show in Madison Square. It's like I get comments a lot on my YouTube channel, like, Brandon, why don't you play with like Markiplier or like these massive YouTubers? And I'm like, sure, tell them to join. Like, that people are like, Brandon, why don't you have Leonardo DiCaprio on your podcast? Trust me, I'm not the reason DiCaprio's not on the podcast.
But we're not that far. We talked about it, right? Like, you know how I told you I'm just 2 people away from like Barack Obama? We texted about that over this weekend. We're only like 2 people away from Shane Gillis.
Yeah. We need to get that big break. So this is kind of something, it's unrelated. Well, it is related. It's musical artist related. When I was going to Las Vegas, I was, watching movies. I watched the Bob Dylan movie with Timothy Chalamet. A Complete Unknown. That's the name of it. First off, I really enjoyed the movie. I didn't really know much about Bob Dylan. Kind of an interesting story, but like his music was really good. I thought Timothy Chalamet did a great job. When I got home, I did a little research. Do you know that all the music in that was performed by Timothy Chalamet live, including the instruments? He was actually playing the harmonica and the guitar.
I did know that.
Did you know?
In that opening scene where he's like in the mental hospital, Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
It's only like 15 miles away from my house. That's like Forest.
I was flabbergasted that he was actually performing all that music. I assumed it was either synced to actual Bob Dylan music, or Timothy Chalamet recorded it in a studio, and then with the power of auto-tuning, they made it sound like Bob Dylan. He was actually performing.
Now, Chalamet's the GOAT, even though he just lost the Oscar again.
I want to be an extra on a movie. I really have tried to become an extra. Well, I really haven't tried. I don't know why I said that. But I've really tried. I've never tried once. But Steve and I had an idea for a vlog once, getting into a movie. And the idea was just trying to become an extra on a bunch of movies. And then my plan was to do a little signal that would tell the movie that I was in. If I'm in the background, I just do a little just a nose scratch. Something very, very small where it's they're not going to cut it out. It doesn't distract the audience at all. But I can be in 12 seconds in the background, I'm going to scratch my nose. Boom, and I did it.
The sham god, though, Brian.
Who's that?
Brian Chamish.
Oh, we had a friend from our old, from Abby's current job, my old job, who was an extra on Happy Gilmore 2, and the scene got cut. So
he's just nodding. He's just nodding.
So that's probably what's going to happen.
Kayla's sister was in, she's been in multiple shows, actually. Dexter,
Really?
Yeah.
I had the chance of being in a Timothy Chalamet movie.
Actually, I think it might have been the Bob Dylan movie, now that I think of it, because Steve told me that his stepdad was like, hey, if you guys want to be extras, there's like a Timothée Chalamet movie filming in Cape May. This was a couple of years ago.
Oh,
And in Bob Dylan, there was a big scene where they said it was in Rhode Island, but it was actually Cape May. Because Steve was like, wait, that's Cape May. And I was like, oh yeah, that's not Rhode Island. So that was probably it. I could have been in the Bob Dylan movie.
See, there it is. I would like to be like, what's a movie you would love to be an extra? Like, if you were just like in Jurassic Park as like one of the people just got like stepped on by a dinosaur.
Just by a dinosaur. Dude,
yeah.
me and you were in this would be great. I think there's a Seinfeld episode about this. If me and you were extras on a show, there is 100% chance that the two of us try to become like the stars of the scene and get kicked down immediately.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna like the two of us are gonna try to like act like they're gonna say like, all right, sit there and act like you're eating soup, and all of a sudden you're gonna start like sneaking lines in. Yeah, this soup is a little warm. Totally see it. Instantly gonna get kicked out.
And it's just James Cameron like, can quiet on set?
Can you quiet that loud man in the back, please? Get him out of here and murder him on the way out, please.
Also, nobody takes their job more seriously than those little weasels on a movie set of like the production assistants. Have you ever been? Because I'm used to it being like working in New York City and being around northern New Jersey, which is like now the hot spot. Jessica Alba is like 2 towns away right now. Real, by the way, you're gonna have to go 2 towns away in 30 minutes. Sydney Sweeney was like filming the Housemaid was filmed in Madison. Like everything's filmed in New Jersey now.
Okay. Also, by the way, you nailed the Sydney Sweeney reference every single episode. You always mention her.
Did you see Dua Lipa's new ad for
There's Dua Lipa. Hey, you got one more. You got one more to reference.
Is it Anna Dawes?
Got it. All right, we're good. Move on. So we're gonna say you've seen movie scenes.
Oh yeah, they take themselves so seriously. Like those little stupid. They think they own like the block, especially in New York City. Like you see Sex in the City being filmed or something else being filmed, and they're like, "You have to stay right here. You have to stay right here."
Hey, you
like,
get a little power. They say absolute power. Absolutely.
What are you, the freaking army, the National Guard, the Marines? No, a real New Yorker just keeps walking, and they're like, "We're filming," and it's like, dude, you don't own New York City.
Yeah.
I don't give a crap. Like, they take themselves so serious.
So speaking of New York, okay, this is another question you asked me that I thought was funny. I don't think, maybe she's from New York, maybe not, but I'm just thinking of like U.S. Open tennis, which is played in New York. You asked me if I think I could beat Billie Jean King in tennis now.
To be fair, I also asked you if you could beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in basketball now.
That one I don't know. I'm not as good at basketball as I am in tennis. I would. No, easily Billie Jean.
No, I think she smacks you.
Are you out of your mind?
I think she rips your.
I don't know if Billie Jean King wins a point on me. She's 82.
Modern rackets?
Yeah, she can use whatever racket she wants.
I think the king had. You know, there's a man before who said they could easily beat Jill.
Yeah, but he was old. She's the old one now. Things have changed, Billy.
I don't know. I saw a video of like John McEnroe playing the other day.
Yeah, John McEnroe's in his 60s. There's a big difference between your 60s and your 80s.
I think McEnroe's in his 70s.
No, McEnroe's like mid to late 60s because he's like my dad's age.
Okay. Same thing. Billie Jean King gives you a whale.
No. I annihilate Billie Jean King.
There's got to be a
I think I can beat Billie Jean King when she was in her prime. Have you ever seen videos of them playing tennis 60 years ago?
Yeah, but it's the rackets.
That's what she's used to. She didn't grow up with good rackets like me.
Let me see Billie Jean King now.
I mean, I'm joking that I think I can beat Billie Jean King.
2023. This video's from 2023. Let me watch this real quick. Give you a quick second.
Send me this link and we'll show it on the podcast. I want to see this old bag playing tennis. By the way, I love Billie Jean King. I think Billie Jean King is awesome. She's a great ambassador for tennis. She seems like a really nice lady. She's also not beating me in a tennis match at this age. Can we set this up? Can we have a thing with Billie Jean King? I think she's probably tired of getting challenged by nobodies.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, there's no reason why she would want to play me in that match.
Here, I just sent it to you. But yeah, I think I might have to revise a little bit after just watching that video.
the wind does come out of Abby's sails a little bit. Is she not smacking the ball around anymore?
It is the dexterity that's a little lacking, that old 80 for Billy.
I mean, she's 82. It's not like I'm saying I'm going to beat, like, a professional woman at 20. Oh, my, I would destroy her, Abby. I mean, she's got really nice strokes for an 80-year-old, but I would annihilate her. I mean, I'm a tennis player. It's not like I'm a random bum. Like, I'm not a pro, but, like, look, I'm just a tennis player. I think she would beat you.
I'm worried that she might.
Okay, because if you just said there that you were going to beat her, then the hypocrisy of Abby would have been at an all-time high.
No, I'm just worried that she's a little too consistent. Like, here's the problem with me and BJK, is that, like, I don't think I'm necessarily hitting the ball past her, and then I think I'm just going to start making mistakes.
No, that's the problem with these debates normally. When it's like, oh, I would beat this pro and this sport, but I don't play that sport. I know you play tennis, but you don't play regular. If you play more, that's different. The problem is the consistency, especially in tennis. Like, Billie Jean King could just get the ball back every single time, and eventually you're going to miss. But if you go up against an actual tennis player, shout out me, they have enough power that she's not going to be able, she's an 82-year-old lady, she's not going to be able to run to something like backhand.
Do you think you're acing Billie Jean King?
I think they throw the towel 5 minutes into that match because Billie Jean King is on the ground bleeding.
She's had a heart attack.
It's gonna be so ugly. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I think I beat her 6-0-6-0. Well, maybe she'll get a few points. I'm joking about that. But I don't think she would. I win 6-0-6-0.
I think it's probably serving volleying her.
Serve volley is not a bad strategy, but I don't know if you would. I think you want the points to last long against the old person.
Old bag? You're into the old bag?
I want to move her quarter to quarter.
She's Sir Billie Jean King. You're calling her old bag?
Yeah, old bag. One of the most respected human beings in tennis history. I'll walk her like a dog.
I love how you've spent just enough weeks with me on the pod to let her fly that you're turning into... You got a little happiness to you now.
I know. This is normally Abby's thing to be overconfident, but she's 82. If I can't beat 82-year-old Billie Jean King, then I'm just going to quit playing tennis.
Would you be willing to play her? Yes, that was my question. Would you be willing to play her with $1 billion on the line, or you could never play tennis again?
Honestly, yeah. Sight unseen, yeah. There's no chance. There's no chance I lose. I'm telling you, I just saw that video of her. She's like a solid 45 tennis player right now, which is good. But I'm just 3 levels past where she is right now. Like, I can play her first tennis in a day.
Like, you could tear your Achilles, and then technically you lose.
Man, I think I could beat her with one leg.
All right, we gotta set this up. Call the region.
Shout out Billie Jean King. I hate how I got so aggressive there because I legitimately love Billie Jean King. I actually saw her one time live. I went to Villanova to watch college tennis, and she was there. She's awesome. I love Billie Jean King, but she's not beating me in tennis at 82.
We'll see. We're gonna have to set it up before she dies.
And we have a lunchtime. So if you guys don't know, this is when we read a comment from the last episode and we debate whatever the question is.
Lunchtime question from Fraser Dezoo. Big fan of the pod, he says.
All right, we'll see this guy already.
Or she. Lunchtime. For $3 million.
Yes.
Would you record every aspect of your entire life and have a live stream into it for 10 years? That means fights, bathroom, every moment.
Oh, $3 million is a lot of money, but 10 years.
That means everything you do, though. Even if you disagree with Sam on something, it's recorded.
Also, if I take a shower, I'm just naked in front of the world.
Yep. Yes.
Nah, I'm not doing it.
Because the nudity?
Yeah.
What if we blur the nudity? And the...
What about my entire life except for bathroom? And it can't be like I step in the bathroom to like, you know, I built my office in the bathroom. Like I can't do loopholes. It's just whenever I would have gone to the bathroom to you know, pee or poop or shower or brush my teeth, that kind of thing.
I think you're missing a big pillar there, my friend. How about the times of intense kissing with your wife?
Well, but would you give me the bathroom at least? Yeah. You'll give me bathroom free?
Bathroom free.
Yeah, I'm still not doing this.
Oh, you're not.
I was trying to convince myself, but 10 years. If it was 1 year, I'd be like, all right, Sam, we're about to have the most miserable 1 year of our life, but on the back end of it, $3 million we can retire and just enjoy the rest of our lives. How about 10 years is just like life ruining?
But is it because you don't have to do your stuff anymore, right? Like, because you know that there's a pot at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah,
so
so
you
I
don't
can
have
stop
to do the
working.
gaming stuff. Yeah, you just live life as brand. It could be, it will be, the most boring show anyone's ever watched.
Yeah, maybe I'll just be so boring that nobody's watching it, so that I can just live my life. And I'm like, yeah, I got 0 viewers now.
I think this would shock you. I'm absolutely good.
That's not shocking. I think you would do it for $10 and like a free ticket to a Lady Gaga concert.
I'm just worried, you know. I'm lovable, but you really have to understand the nuance to me, and I'm not sure the show really highlights that. There's going to be a lot of moments that are going to put me on the front page of Yahoo.
Like this lunatic. There's a guy that did that. It was like something TV.
Justin TV.
Justin TV. Didn't he like stream his life for like a year?
I don't want to snack fact you right here. Do you know what Justin TV turned to be?
Did it turn into YouTube, kind of?
It turned into Twitch.
Oh, Twitch, that's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, he filmed, this guy Justin just filmed his entire life, and then became a billionaire.
And invented, and like that platform became Twitch.
Basically invented, like, iShowSpeed and all these people.
Yeah.
In real life streamers.
Yeah, iShowSpeed is YouTube. But the rest of them are Twitch usually.
Oh, you have? He's in the YouTube? Your coworkers with iShow?
I'm a coworker with iShowSpeed. Me and Mr. Show.
Have you ever seen that clip from the old pod that I did with Leandro? I thought iShowSpeed was Japanese, because I thought his first name was iShow.
Oh, like you didn't know who he was at first?
You could see how you could, like Mr. iShow, like a wise Japanese sage. And then iShow comes up.
I like iShowSpeed.
One of my favorite people on planet Earth.
I actually think he's legitimately a really good person. He's larger than life, and he puts on this huge personality, which, like, by the way, you have to. If I had a gaming video and I was like, hey guys, welcome back to Baldi's Basics, if I just talked like I do in normal life, no one's going to see it. So he puts on a persona. But, like, if you talk to, like, Steve, or, like, people our age that don't actually know him, they, like, hate him, because, like, all they see are clips online of him screaming and, like, making crazy faces. But, like, the more content I've watched of iShowSpeed, he's, like, legitimately a good guy.
He's one of the funniest people I've
And
ever
he
seen.
came from nothing. Like, he's got an awesome story. He was, like, essentially homeless in his early years, and, like, grinded harder than anyone's ever grinded before, and now is, like, this extreme success, which, by the way, he also gives back to, like, the town that he grew up in now. Like, I think he's got an awesome... I think iShowSpeed has got, like, an awesome story and deserves his fame.
He gives his mother a $500,000 a month allowance.
I mean, that's really nice, but, like, I don't even care about that. It's easy to give money to your family. He gives money to, like, people from his town that he didn't even know, just, like, struggling families.
No, iShow's the man. He's also so funny. No, that's just being an old dirtbag like Steve now, and all it's like Matt. Matt definitely has this thing. It's always like, oh, he's always screaming, he's always yelling. It's like, shut up, you loser.
Now, shout out I Show Speed. Maybe we'll have him on the podcast.
Next week.
Next episode, we're just going to keep promising guests that we have no chance of getting.
Do you think we have an easier shot at getting I Show, or like, you know, maybe Dooley?
Probably I Show Speed because he's like a YouTuber and maybe, I mean, both of them are basically 0%.
Oh, you would this. They're both going to be at our MSG show, and you're going to look like an idiot.
Alright, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. I think next episode, I will probably be a dad. But maybe not. Maybe the baby's just pretending to be her own.
Why is it so hard to find a six-figure job these days? Everything used to be so much simpler.
This is Mom. He misses the good old days. Simpler times.
See you next one.